Janati miramdasya yanandana salakaya Sakshurun militam yena tasme Shri Gurave namaha Tasme Shri Gurave namaha. Jai Gurudev, and welcome to this satsang. And today I want to talk a little bit about Dharma, because I was in Sweden and I were in Gothenburg and we're having this Kriya Bhakti class, and we were talking about Dharma. And I want to talk today about Dharma and how we approach life. How do we approach life itself? So Dharma, the reason I want to talk about it is because sometimes when we talk about Dharma, we think that it's so big, right? Oh, I have found it. I have finally found my thing in life. Yeah? Many of us have noticed this, right? Yeah, this is what I want to do. Right? I thought I would become a famous football player. I thought I would become a famous musician. It can still happen, but things change. Right? But what we are missing here, the key point to this is life itself. Many of us have a regular job, we have family, we have someone we are sharing our life with, maybe a husband, a wife, the kids and all this. This is also Dharma. Get it? This is also Dharma. So how are you approaching this? Are you seeing God in everything? Are you seeing God in your son, in your wife, in your husband? Yes or no? Probably not yes all the time, right? So we are not totally satisfied all the time, because sometimes we feel like we have so much inside of us, yeah? Oh, I have so much energy, I have so much to share with the world. Many of us have felt this, right? The thing is, we have to learn how to use that energy right. Okay? So when we start to use that energy right and acceptance is the key, people. Acceptance, right? So you can accept that you have this load of energy inside of you, but you're using it in the right way. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, he is explaining to Arjuna about Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga, we do service. We are totally into everything, right? We are totally into every action that we do. So we see God in everything, like we are serving God in everything we do. Okay, we're taking care of the kids. It's a part of everything, right? And we feel happy, peaceful, and we enjoy it. But when mind comes in, when emotions comes in, when the ego comes in, we are not always feeling that we are enjoying. We're not enjoying the situation, right? We're not enjoying the job. We're not even enjoying the weather sometimes, right? Because we're not in full acceptance, and we do not see God in all this. We just see the ego and what we want, right? But sometimes what we want and what God wants is different. Okay? Have you noticed? Sometimes you have so many things that you want to do, right? You have so big plans for yourself, but it doesn't go that way. And what happened? Frustration comes up. And what happened then? You become angry. Right? So this is something that we have to take a look. You go and you become fully in acceptance of everything that comes to you in life. Because when you can take care of the small parts in life, the bigger Dharma will appear. Okay? And sometimes you have a longing in the soul. The Atma is a longing for doing something. You maybe want to take care of kids. You want to do something in life. You feel an urge and a call from the inside that this is what I want to do in life. Right? Then follow it. Follow it. But don't be attached to it, because it may just be a little situation that lasts for a couple of years, a couple of months, a couple of weeks, who knows? And then something else comes, and then you have to be flexible and open for the next step that comes in life. Everything is coming there for you to serve and to come closer to God and to yourself. But we don't see this. We see the ego, we see the mind, right, all the time. So what about the approach to life, right? Our mind can be very positive sometimes, right? We can feel enthusiastic, we can feel joyful, we can feel happiness, right? Harmonious vibes inside of us. And other times we feel very low, we are negative, we judge, and so on. So what we have to do is, we have to have the right approach to life. And how to have the right approach to life? We have to look at life for what it is. Look at life with observance of the mind. Don't let the mind come in and run the show. Okay? This is what we do. The mind takes over and we just follow. But if you take a step back and you just observe the mind, what will happen? What will happen when you just observe the mind, observe your actions? Will you still be drawing to it in the same way? No, it will not create the same attachment. You will create a distance, so you will not follow that emotion and mind in the same way. So what can we do to approach life in a positive way? You know, we can have many situations in life that can be very hard, right? We experience them as very difficult, very traumatic and all this, right? How to approach that with a positive attitude, with a positive environment of ourselves, to like, wow, this is really a blessing to me. This bad situation, I know, even if it's hard right now, it will bring me closer to God. It will bring me closer to the light, closer to who I am. I know, because this is a karmic operation going on. This is a karmic situation that is coming to me. Thank you, because I will now transcend beyond this karma and move up forward with it, right? So this we can see. Then you approaching it with a positive attitude. Or you can go into it and like, oh, poor little me. This is his fault. This is God's fault. Everyone is bad, and there's so... my little ego doesn't deserve this, right? So many adjustments in life, you know. This is another approach to it. So, which side are you on? Do you want to stand on the positive side and create positive vibration in life? Or do you want to keep on doing negative things? So when we keep the positive energy, everything will become so much easier. You know, even when you're having a hard time, you can be positive in that hard time. Because God gives you whatever you need in every moment. Sometimes we think, I was telling a woman this, or to the class in Gothenburg this weekend. She said, but I have thoughts sometimes, right? And I can create from those thoughts. And that is true. The thoughts are creating the environment, the reality, within us and without us. But the thought is also God. Without God, how could you be able to even think? Without the Atma being placed within your heart, how can you even breathe? Without the power of God, how can the sun shine all over the world so we all can benefit from it? How can there be air on the planet that we can use and breathe in? And within that air there is prana, which make this body alive. There is a force behind this, right? That is God. So even if we think that our ego is thinking, I do this, I do that, no. God does everything. And when you get into this realization within yourself, you become so much, everything becomes so much easier. Because all the heavy burdens on your shoulders will move away. Because the ego that we build up, my friends, it creates heavy shoulders, right? So many expectations that we want to live up to, and wow, I did this, I did that. This I. This I will heavy put a burden on your energy. So while transcending this ego and this mind, and to understand that everything is God's creation, you can become so much lighter. There will be a big relief. Just accept that and handle it. Let He take care of everything. And then you take a look in life. What are you doing? Yeah, accept it. You have been put into that situation. Be thankful for it. Because that means that God is He's trusting you. He's trusting you to have children. He's trusting you to make an income. He's trusting you to have a job. He's trusting you to be in this physical body. Because you can achieve something great. You can achieve Him again. You can become one with Him. When you have this approach to life, I promise you everything will change. So, yeah, this is the message for today. And I welcome everyone to join me I will have some events coming up. First, I want to do an event about spirituality and parenting, and how we can manage to have children. I myself, I have 3 children. One is living in another country, and 2 is living together with me. And of course, there is challenges in that, right? And how do I manage my life? How do I keep up with my spiritual practices, with my meditation, with my life, and approach to life with having kids? And I know many people are having kids and seeing this as an obstacle and a blessing in the same way to be in the spiritual field. And sometimes it's hard to, manage life, with job, with kids and everything. So I want to first do a webinar about that, so we can go a little bit deeper, and I can show some things that we are doing with both involving the kids and also how you can still grow and manage everything. Yeah, and then I want to have a healing event. I want to be able to activate people's hands and energy field for the energy that's coming through me. Okay, so I want to have an event for healing. Even if you have done, Reiki or whatever before, this will enhance the level of your connection with the divine, and it will enhance the level of healing that will come through you. So this is something that I want to do. And then I will be in Stockholm 18th to the 19th of June, and then I will hold a Bhakti Yoga, Kriya Yoga class there for everyone who wants to join. So there are still spaces left in Stockholm. Please send me a message if you want to join me there. So thank you so much everyone for taking your time and listen to what I wanted to share today. So sometimes when we listen to a satsang like this or someone else, it's good to repeat. It's good to repeat it, because it will reprogram everything in your subconscious mind. Sometimes the mind has to be a little bit challenged for us to grow. And sometimes we need to hear things 2, 3, 4, 500 times. One time, Guruji, he was asking his students, how many of you have listened to my satsang 3 times? And there can be some people, pulling up the hand. And then he said 10 times. And there were lesser people. And he said, how many of you had listened to one of my satsang 100 times? There was no one pulling up their hands. And he said, keep on listening. Because in satsang we can transform. Because we hear new things all the time. Because our mind changes all the time, right? We are in different states in the mind, and it can go very quick. So next time you listen, something new pops up. So like, And sometimes we correspond to it right away and understand, and sometimes a few years later we get it. This is what he meant. Now I got it. And then we transform. This is how we transform the mind. Come closer into the divine. So yeah, if you feel like this resonates with you, please share it. Share it with your family, share it everywhere so people can, take part of this and grow. Because this is what it's about. It's about growing, right? Growing together. We are all in the same boat, reaching for the same destination. Okay. Jai Gurudev. Have a good day.